Hello everyone, today we will talk about empirical formula and molecular formula. Empirical formula is the simplest whole number ratio of atoms of each element present in a compound. But the molecular formula is the actual number of atoms of each element in a molecule. To calculate any empirical formula, we should follow this step. First of all, convert percent to mass. Second one, mass to mole, divide by small, multiply till whole. So it's so easy to memorize. First of all, mass to percent to mass, mass to mole, divide by small, multiply till whole. Let's take this example. Calculate the empirical formula of compound from the data given. We have the percent of hydrogen, sulfur, and oxygen. We follow these steps. So first of all, we should convert this percent to mass, and then calculate number of moles for each, divide by small, and multiply till whole. Let's see. In hydrogen, sulfur, and oxygen. Here, when we convert it from percent to mass, it's 2.44 gram. Sulfur is 39 gram, and oxygen is gram. Second one, mass to mole. And we know number of moles is equal mass to molar mass, and the molar mass we will get it from periodic table. So this is mass, divide by 1008 from periodic table. Sulfur is 39, divide by 32.07, and the oxygen is divide by 16. The number of mole here is 2.42 mole. For sulfur, it's 1.216 mole, and the last one, oxygen, is 3.656 mole. Here I would note that please write the answer in at least 3 decimal places, because sometimes it will be confused. Last thing, we will make a ratio, hydrogen and sulfur and oxygen. We write the number of moles for each, 2.42, here 1.216, and here it's what? 3.65. The smallest number here is sulfur, so we'll divide all ratio to the sulfur. Here approximately it's 2, 1 to 3, and the empirical formula is H2SO3. This is called sulfurous acid. Right now, to calculate the molecular formula, we should follow these steps. First of all, we follow the steps 1 to 4, and I will memorize it for you. Percent to mole, percent to mass, mass to mole, divide by small, multiply till whole. And second, find the molecular weight of the empirical formula. We can use the empirical formula to find the molecular formula using the molecular weight to the compound and the molecular weight of the empirical formula. Number 3, find the number of empirical formula units in the molecular formula, let's say n. The molecular formula is the multiply of the empirical formula. Divide this number by the molecular weight of the empirical formula to find the number of empirical formula units that make up the compound, and we also, let's say, n. The last one, find n, and after that we multiply the empirical formula times n. Let's take an example. calculate the molecular formula of the compound from these data. We have the percent of nitrogen, hydrogen, sulfur, and oxygen, and he said the weight of molecular is equal to 128. Let's follow these steps. First of all, convert mass, percent to mass. So for nitrogen, it's 12.28 gram, hydrogen 3.51 gram, sulfur is 28.07 gram, and the last one, oxygen, is 14 gram. Convert these masses to mole. So here it's 12.28 times 14.01, and here it's 3.51, 1.008, and it's 28.07, 32.707, 0.14 times 16. And again, please write at least 3 decimal places. So here it's equal 0.876 mole, 3.482 mole, and sulfur is 0.875. The last one, oxygen, it's 3.508 mole. Make a ratio. Nitrogen to hydrogen, sulfur, oxygen. Write the number of moles for each. Here it's 0.876, 3.482, 0.875, and 308. Divide by small. We see the sulfur is the smallest one, and we will divide each ratio to the number of sulfur mole. Here approximately it's 1, and here it's 4, 1, 4. So the formula is NH4SO4. This is called what? Empirical formula. Yeah. So empirical formula, we should find the molecular weight of this molecular formula. It's 1 times 14.01 plus 4 times 1.008 for hydrogen plus 1 times 32.01 sulfur and 4 times 16 for oxygen, and the total it's 114. We will divide this number 114 to the number from question. So N equal 228 to 114, it's 2. We will say take the empirical formula times N. So it's NH4 SO4 times N. This is the empirical formula times N. So the molecular formula is N2H8S2O8. That's it. Thank you so much.